This is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation. And I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination.
The governor of Utah speaking Wednesday afternoon after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. The political commentator and co-founder of the conservative youth organization Turning Point USA was at an event at Utah Valley University when officials say a single shot was fired and hit him in the neck. His event Wednesday was part of a college tour where he engages with students through political debates. Turning Point has chapters all over the country, including here at Grand Valley State University. Wednesday night, some students, local leaders, and families gathered to remember and grieve. One student in particular is a past president of this university's chapter of Turning Point USA. He told me he actually met Kirk 2 years ago in Detroit.
I mean, I can't believe that Charlie Kirk's dead. He was a great model American citizen, I would say, who well outspoken, truly an encouragement for traditional values in the new generation, and definitely brought that out in a lot of people.
Darren Fife also shared a message with the group amidst several prayers. He shared with me the shock he went through seeing the images of the shooting, something so many other Americans also experienced. He told me it's a sign of the times that someone would be killed through political violence, and called back to last year's assassination attempts on President Trump. But he says he hopes this encourages all that Kirk stood for.
I hope that the Turning Point USA movement is able to continue forward and use Charlie Kirk's image and messages going forward, so that the movement will continue and not die, and conservatism is coming, I believe, growing in American politics in the young generation.
There was concern there would be counter-protesters or opposition. Anyone was allowed to speak at the vigil. One person came forward challenging what they say Kirk stood for and what they called a celebration of his life. They shared those thoughts with the group and walked away, and the group hosting the vigil tonight told me that that person being allowed to do that is exactly what Charlie Kirk stood for. Following the shooting, Charlie Kirk was taken to the hospital and died just hours later. Authorities say at this hour, no one is currently in custody. This comes after law enforcement previously had 2 persons of interest in custody. Officials say the suspected shooter fired from a roof on campus some distance away. Other details are not yet clear. Utah Valley's police chief said roughly 3,000 people attended the open event on campus, which had at least 6 police officers on site. Kirk's security team was also present. Charlie Kirk was a major political figure in the Republican Party and close allies with President Trump. In a post on Truth Social, President Trump says, in part, the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He also posted a video Wednesday night. Here's some of what he had to say.
It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible.
Former Presidents Biden and Obama also denounced any kind of political violence in the wake of this shooting. And lawmakers from across the spectrum echoed that sentiment as the U.S. has seen a rise in attacks on elected leaders.
My heart goes out to the whole Kirk family. We have seen this spike in political violence. We saw it in Minnesota. We saw it in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's got to stop. It's leading the country down a very dangerous path.
Political shootings are an attempt to squash political discourse by one person to tell the rest of the nation, you can't talk. You have to be silent, and I'm going to silence you. That is horrible.
Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer posted this on social media, reading, quote, thinking of Charlie Kirk, his family, and the community at UVU after the horrific shooting. We should all come together to stand up against any and all forms of political violence. It's unacceptable. President Trump ordered all American flags be lowered to half-staff in honor of Kirk. Those will be that way.